Don't you wanna dance with me? No, I could dance like Michael Jackson.
As you know, it's Black History Month. We are nearing the end of this year's Black History Month, and I've been saying it for the last 3 weeks, so it only makes sense that I say it again, child. This is not for us. I mean, it sort of is, but it also ain't, you know. I feel like Black History Month is a time to celebrate our achievements, to, you know, give our flowers and be happy about our wins. And so this morning, after I have been crediting some amazing black men all month, I was like, I can't end the month and not think about the ladies, think about the women who need to have their flowers. And I'm going to be for real, it was actually a lot. Like, it really was quite a difficult decision on who to hone in on. We are giving the flowers to Baroness Floella Benjamin DBE. Girlfriend's got, listen, I know you all went, hold up a second, MBE, OBE, DBE? Yes, DBE. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this lady, and I saw somebody else honour her as well this week, and I just thought, how fitting. Now, I vaguely remember Floella. What I mean by that is, as a child, I very vaguely remember. I feel like, but she wasn't in it. She wasn't in an era of where I watched a lot of kids TV. You're all like, what is she talking about? Let me start at the beginning, yeah? So anyway, Floella, for many people, did impact their childhood. Okay, she used to be on a kids program called Play School. Okay, I don't know, does Play School still exist? I don't have no babies, so I don't really know what they watch. But anyway, at this stage of her life, she's been in show business now for nearly 50 years. She's appeared on stage, in film and on radio. She's really become somewhat of a household name, as I say, particularly when it comes to children's television. But what I love about her is that she's not just stuck to kids TV, in the sense that she's passionate about children, and so she's done other things as well. This is a woman who's written over 30 books, okay? She recently released a children's book, another children's book. And it's been, and I mean, one of her books has been used in universities and schools for over 20 years as part of the education piece for Windrush. So she's done a lot with kids. She's been Chancellor of a university. She was Chancellor of University of Exeter for 10 years. And then in addition to that, she was recognised firstly with an OBE in 2001 for her services to broadcasting. Then she got a Lifetime Achievement Award and the BAFTA Award in 2004. She got another Lifetime Award in 2012, the J.M. Barrie, and that was for her lasting cultural legacy. As I say, this woman part of the curriculum in schools, do you know what I'm saying? And in 2013 she was made a fellow of the Shakespeare Birthplace Trust, and in 2017 was appointed as president of the Society of Women Writers and Journalists. In 2020 she was named on the Black Power list. I'm not sure if it was for the first time, but I know for a fact she's on the 2020 list. And you know, she was made a baroness also in 2020. So, you know, we're talking about a lady who has, you know, she's done some things. You know, she's really done some things. Now, she was born in Pointe-à-Pierre in Trinidad and Tobago. She's one of 6 children with 3 brothers and 2 sisters. Her father, she said, was a policeman but also a really talented jazz musician, and he decided to emigrate, obviously here, and at the time he left his children in the care of family friends. In 1960, though, the children basically were brought to join him in Beckenham in Kent. And she, again, you know, she's talked about her racist experiences and what it felt like to arrive in Britain as an immigrant. But to be fair, she was always talented but somewhat of a hard worker. She left school at 16 to work in a bank, and she actually studied her A-levels at night school, and then after a spell as a stage actress in West End musicals, she began presenting children's television in 1976. As I say, Play School being the notable show that she was on. And as I say, for a woman who, and I mean, she's acted in all sorts of things on screen and on stage, but has always just had this passion for children. So in Coming to England was a book that she published in and that was her 20th book, in 1997. It, as I say, it's used to teach modern history to young pupils. It was made a television film by CBBC in 2005, but she's written a whole host of other books and all sorts of stories and tales. And as I say, most of her titles are aimed at children and their development. So from that point of view, it's just formidable to me that she spent so much time doing all of that. And then in addition to all of that, she's very philanthropic. So this is also a lady who has taken time out to support charities like NSPCC, Childline, Sparks and Barnardo's, and again, really support the work that they're doing for the health and well-being of vulnerable children. So she really has done her part when it comes down to supporting young people. She's still very active today. You can check out her website, which is floellabenjamin.com. She talks a lot about herself and just the things that she believes in, what she's passionate about, and how she remains active today. As I say, she's got a number of books out there. She has her own productions as well that she's been responsible for, and awards that she's won as a consequence. She even has her own podcast, so it's an opportunity for you to hear what she has to say, and it's called From the Heart, and it's a lovely podcast series that she's got there, most of it recorded in the last couple of years, where again you can just sort of, you know, just find out more about her. And you know, she was part of the launch for Windrush Day, which we talked about last week as well. And she just talks about lots of stories of resilience and things that she's overcome, and just how she's gone on to achieve the types of things that she has achieved and the notoriety that she has. The reality is that as a baroness, you know, she's also now politically engaged and plays her part in that regard as part of the House of Lords. And so, you know, as I say, I just want to give the flowers this morning to Baroness Floella Benjamin DBE and say thank you, because if it wasn't for ladies like yourself that are doing so many things behind the scenes, advocating for children, seeking to teach children, seeking to give guidance and all of those other things, I really just don't know where we would be. Where would we be? So, round of applause for Baroness Floella Benjamin DBE. As I say, if you want me to continue to talk about some of our living heroes here in Britain, black British people who are out here doing bits, then just let me know. And who is it for you? Who do you celebrate? Because like I say, there were so many women, like it was so difficult for me to narrow down this list. But I spoke about Floella because I've never spoken about her before, but I've been aware of some of the things that she's been doing. But who do you want to know more about? Who do you know about and you want to share about? I'd even be happy for you to come on the show and tell me about the people who are inspiring you in your daily lives, because if it wasn't for these people, so many of us wouldn't have the examples that we have today. It's people like Floella that allow people like me to stand on the radio and talk to you guys. So, you know, I have appreciation for how this is all going. Anyway, I'm back in a bit. Entrepreneur case study after Tootsie Slide from Drake.
Leather glove, no sequin.